Be up, guys. Be up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, it's a bit delayed again. Was supposed to be on here about 5 past, but anyway, here now. Because I was actually watching the highlights of the game. I managed to see the highlights, get them up this time. 7-0. Incredible victory. Absolutely amazing. Be up to you, Luca. Hope you're good, bro. Yeah, you okay? Yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm loving it, man. Loving this 7-0. Massive, emphatic victory over Eintract Frankfurt. Yes, it is just a friendly. Everyone that keeps saying, yes, it's all friendlies. It's all sort of meaningless in a way, but to get a 7-0 against, well, I've got a decent, supposedly a very good team, German Bundesliga team. I thought they would put up more of a test, but no, I thought some of their players didn't look that good. Their goalkeeper looked pretty poor. Let's be honest, he was pretty. I mean, that Sangare goal, although he hit it really well, he should have saved that. Let's be honest, but volley, yeah, 7-0, incredible, yeah. You beat them 3-0. Well, we went a lot better than you, mate. But yeah, it was. It looked a great performance, though. What I could see when I obviously saw the highlights, I thought we looked really rampant and really sort of, on fire, basically, I thought. It will be a different kettle of fish when we get to the Premier. We get Spurs, of course. I mean, as much as I'd love to beat them, I'd love to put 7 past them. I'm not quite sure that's going to happen. But I still feel we might be able to beat Spurs, and surely at home. But well, we'll see. Won't be that easy. But also there is. I just want to tie up this bit of news that we have signed that player that I was talking about earlier on. It's actually been confirmed. We signed Darwin Guagua. Completed the signing totally. Now, Guagua from Independiente del Valle. He's gone straight into the B team. So only 18. But he looks a good player. Looks an absolute promise, talent of a player. And if he comes through well, he could well be in the first team at some stage, probably, I don't know, probably next year maybe at some stage, if he's that good. So we seem to get these talented young players through, always seem to get them. Yeah, Brentford have announced the signing of teenage Ecuadorian international Darwin Guagua from Independiente del Valle. Subject to international clearance, so we still won't get that yet, obviously. The midfielder will join Spanish side Merida AD on loan. So he's actually going away on loan, but still, 26-27 season subject to a work visa. So I don't know, really. But I suppose you've got to say we have signed him, but Brentford B have announced the signing of 18-year-old Ecuador international Darwin Guagua from Independiente del Valle on a permanent deal subject to international clearance. The versatile young midfielder has signed a 5-year contract with the club, holding the option to extend for a further year. Subject to obtaining a work visa, Guagua will spend the 2026-27 season on loan at Primera, Federación side Merida AD to continue his development. The Spanish third-tier group is under the same ownership group as Brentford. Well, there you go. So that probably explains why. Technical Director Lee Dyke said, "We are delighted with the signing of Darwin. We are always looking forward for high potential young players. that we believe can develop into future Brentford players. Darwin shows some positive early attributes that we like, as he is already playing senior football for club and country. It has been agreed that he will spend the season out on loan to continue his development. The teenager came through the Independiente del Valle Academy, joining the Ecuadorian side in 2018 before making his senior debut off the bench against Cuenca in April 2025. Just 3 days later, Thiago was handed a start for Ecuador in the World Cup qualifier against Chile, making him the third youngest player ever to debut for the senior national team. Subject to receiving a work visa, Thiago will link up with Merida AD for the 26-27 campaign as he continues his development in Spanish football. Yes, but that's still a good signing. Obviously, we won't see him play for a while, for Brentford anyway. But he is going to be coming into our team at some stage. No doubt. So, very, very good signing. And we seem to keep doing them. We wait and see what happens with the next one now. But anyway, let's move on to the reaction to today's massive victory. And it was massive. We absolutely tanked Eintracht Frankfurt 7-0. And, you know, the highlights I saw, well, I thought we looked pretty damn good. And yes, okay, some of their players or their play wasn't amazing. But you still have to beat what's in front of you. And yes, it is a friendly. So I'm not getting totally gassed or, you know, giddy about it all. But it's incredible final game for us. Friendly, a 7-0 was, well, you know, we gave them an absolute trouncing. So, and I wasn't quite expecting that. I thought Frankfurt would be decent and would be tougher for us, but no, we pretty much swept them away, pretty much, I would say. So let's get into this. Brentford 7, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. Kevin Schade, 2nd minute. Sangare with his first goal for the Bees. Amazing, 12th minute. Thiago, 41st. Lautaro 52. It's hard to see it on this thing, which is bad with the Lewis Potter, Thiago 68 and Kevin Schade 70. So 2 there for Schade and Thiago, and Sangare with his first goal. Let's go through the lineup actually first. So there we go. That was the lineup: Kelleher, Coyote, Lewis Potter, Sangare, Ayer, Collins, Janelt, Jensen, Thiago, Lautaro, and Schade. We had on the bench Nunez, Wilson, Schuster, Yarmoliuk, Valdemarson, Hickey, Anthony, Damsgaard, Balcom, Pinnock, and Henry. So let's get to the report. Yes, Brentford 7, Frankfurt 0. Thiago and Schade both scored twice in an emphatic pre-season win. Brentford recorded an emphatic pre-season win on Saturday, defeating Bundesliga side Eintracht Frankfurt 7-0 at GTEC Community Stadium. Kevin Schade and Thiago both scored twice, with Dango Lautaro and King Lewis Potter also on target, while Mamadou Sangare sparked his GTEC debut. It was a stunning volley, which I still thought the goalie should have saved. It was a great volley, but he got a big hand to it, and yet it still went into the net. So, yes, it was a decent goal, but Callum Wilson and Jane Anthony also made their first appearances in front of the Bees fans in West London. Brentford took the lead after just 2 minutes when Matthias Jensen's whipped free kick, great free kick actually as well, superb free kick, was half cleared before Lewis Potter recycled the ball back, and what a great ball that was over the top, by the way, into the box where Nathan Collins nodded it back across to Schade, who finished smartly from close range. Sangare doubled the lead in stunning fashion on 12 minutes. The Jensen corner was headed to the edge of the box, when the Mali international controlled the loose ball with his chest before lashing a volley towards goal. The shot was too powerful for the Frankfurt keeper, Cor Santos, who could not get a hand to it. Well, he did get a hand to it, actually, so he did get a full hand almost, I think. But it still sort of went over the line. But yes, it was great. I thought he took it volley well. But possibly the goalie should have got a stronger hand. Maybe pushed it wide, but still, I won't quibble over it. I won't complain. It's his first goal. Sangare, superb. The hosts continued to push for a third, as Lewis Potter found himself in some space down the left. The fullback drove down the flank before cutting it back to Ouattara, whose first-time effort went just past the post. Elias Baum registered Frankfurt's first effort when his long-range shot was saved comfortably by Quiven Keller. Ouattara had a great opportunity to make it 3-0 on the half-hour mark. Kelleher's direct pass released Ouattara, who raced through one-on-one with Santos. Rather than shooting, he squared for Thiago, but the recovering Robin Koch scrambled the ball clear. Thiago did get on the score sheet with 5 minutes left of the half. Schade pressed Koch well inside the Frankfurt penalty area and won the ball back from the defender. He then rounded Santos and squared for Thiago, who had the simple task of tapping into an empty net. Brentford continued to threaten at the start of the second half, with Thiago, Lewis Potter and Schade combining well. The ball found its way to Ouattara, who lashed an effort towards the near post, but into the side netting. Ouattara finally got his goal in the 52nd minute. He was slipped in by Michael Chiodi and drove at the Frankfurt defence before again firing towards the near post. This time his fierce effort beat Santos to put the West Londoners 4-0 up. Pretty good goal that, actually. He did it really well, so it did certainly deserve to go in. Thiago hit the post minutes later, ghosting in at the back post to meet Schade's cross shot, only to see his close-range effort rebound off the woodwork. Lewis Potter curled in Brentford's fifth soon after. Very good goal that, actually. Really good goal. A blistering counter-attack started by the left back looked like it had fizzled out. But Ouattara and Schade combined before feeding Lewis Potter, who wrapped an effort into the far corner. This is from Matthias Jensen. We're looking really strong. The thoughts of Matthias Jensen on this afternoon's work. Twitter there. Thiago made it 6 in the 68th minute with Lewis Potter involved again. The left back fed the centre forward, who bore down on goal from a tight angle and finished coolly through his brace against the Bundesliga side. Thiago turned provider just a minute later. His neat footwork in a wide area got him some space. It was really good stuff on the guy, and he showed a bit of pace as well. Before he whipped a brilliant cross into Schade, he made no mistake, sweeping home Brentford's 7th and finishing a scintillating performance in West London. Yes, indeed, it certainly was. Brentford there, as I say, already mentioned their team. We had Kelleher in goal, Chiodi, Hickey came on for him in the 64th. Pinnock came on for him in the 71st. Collins Lewis Potter, Henry came on for him in the 79th. Yanout, Sangare, Anthony came on for him in the 71st. Jensen, Yomuliot came on for him in the 71st. Watara, Thiago, Wilson came on for him, of course, in the 71st. Schade, Damsgaard came on for him also in the 71st. Subs not used: Valdemarson, Balcom, Schuster, and Nunez. Eintract Frankfurt, Carl Santos, Baum, Koch, Malus came on for him in the 45th. Ottavio, Tita came on for him in the half time. Kosugi, Bahaya came on for him in the 64th. Boyland, North came on for him in the 64th. Onyedika, Darwin, Amamuni came on for him at half time. Azun, Emnu Nutalib, Chabi came on for him in the 64th. Burkhart, Arhoff came on for him in the 76th. Subs not used: Setera, Grohl, Gotza, and Ping Pong. Attendance 9,753. Andrews on impressive final pre-season game. Brentford head coach Keith Andrews was happy with the win over Frankfurt, as well as the Bees pre-season on a whole. As a whole, heading into next weekend's Premier League clash against Tottenham Hotspur. It was a really good pre-season full stop, said Andrews. I'm really content with the way we're moving as a group, the standards we set, the way the players pushed, and there were some really impressive performances today. We're in a good place. Schade, we're ready for Tottenham clash. Kevin Schade discussed Brentford's fantastic pre-season win, as well as its brace against Frankfurt. It was a really good win. We're ready for next week, said the forward. A clean sheet, and we were offensively really sharp. Me, Dango, and Eagle, all three of us scored, so I'm very happy. Yeah, keep that going, Kevin. We've got to, bro. We've got to keep that going. See if we can do that against Tottenham. I mean, that would be amazing if we can. Of course, that won't be easy, but yeah. Spurs will be a tougher game, let's put it that way. Let's go. I'm going to do the ratings for the first time in pre-season. Let's look at the ratings. Right. Obviously, Quinn Kelleher had seemed like a pretty decent game. He saved some good shots. There were some good saves he done there. Decent saves that I saw. Fairly tight. He'll have a harder game. They have tougher games to face than Eintracht that didn't really always test him. But for a clean sheet as well, and looked very good in gut tidy as usual, I'll give him an 8. Very good start for him should we say before the new season, but I'm going to give him an 8. Defenders, right. Come on. Shit. Sorry, guys. Let's go to Coyote first. I thought he was great. Really good, as usual. Got into his usual sort of rhythm as he has done all the last season. I'll give him an 8 because, as I say, we didn't concede a goal. Didn't always look troubled that much. but it was Frankfurt. I think Spurs may give him a tougher time, maybe, but for the time being, for this game, I'm giving him an 8 as well. Collins, pretty decent, strong again. Had a pretty good game, 8 as well. I thought he was done all right. I think he was pretty solid. I mean, not always rated what he's done, but he looked strong in this one. I'll give him an 8 as well. Actually, I'll go from this way. Actually, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to give pretty much the whole defence an 8. Coyote, Collins, and of course Lewis Potter was at the back as well again in left back, sort of wing back, I guess. I'll give him one more actually. I'll give him a 9, Lewis Potter, because of the goal. Very good goal. He took well. Didn't have a lot to worry about, but as I say, Frankfurt were a bit disappointing. But as I say, you have to play what's in front of you, and he seemed to do really well. So I'll give him a 9. We go to midfield. Yeah, now I feel he had a pretty good game. I wouldn't say he was absolutely outstanding. I'll give him a 7. I don't think he was as good as some of the others. Jensen, I'll give him an 8. Was very good with his passing as usual there. Let's get to the sort of the main strikers here with Schade. I thought, well, if he continues like this for the rest of the season, well, if he does, we know what happens though in the season. He gets back into his usual lazy ways and does not enough. But when he does turn up and gets performances like this, strong, determined, with his pace as well, great heading ability, well, he's quite tough to stop when he's like this. Got 2 goals. So, you know what, I'm going to give him an 8. I was almost going to give him a 9, but no, just an 8 there. Guittara, I thought, was actually great as well. Had a great game. I'm giving him an 8 as well. Thiago, 2 with 2 goals. I'm going to give him a 9. I actually thought for the first time he was really outstanding. But I'd seen him since last season at times. And the end of last season, he looked really poor. He sort of disappeared. But in this game, he looked really at it. And some great play, excellent play. I'm going to give him man of the match, actually, Thiago. I'm giving him man of the match. 2 goals. And really outstanding. So, right, that's the subs. Nunes didn't come on. Wilson came on for Thiago in the 71st. He looked busy, got himself about a bit. Probably just, I'll give him a 6. Schuster wasn't used. Yarmoliuk came on for Jensen. Again, put himself about. Put a 6. Hickey came on for Coyote in the 62nd and done looked pretty sound, looked pretty good. Actually, I'll give him a 7. Anthony came on for Sangare in the 71st. Look, some good stuff. I mean, look, I haven't seen the whole actual game. I've seen highlights, but what I did see, I think they look good. Anthony looked pretty decent when he came on. I'll give him a 7. Damsgaard, as usual, with some pretty good stuff when he came on for Schade. In the 73rd, I'll give him a 7 as well. Pinnock looked solid as well, coming on. Give him a 6. Henry come on for Lewis Potter. Didn't have that much to do, but I'll give him a 6. Yeah. So that was about it, really, guys. A really good end to our pre-season, you know. Can't moan about this. It was, you know, it was a great win. But the real business starts next Saturday. We all know that. We have to be ready. I would hope we're ready. It looks like we possibly are. I know we're not going to have it as easy as this game, probably. But, yeah, it's looking good so far. And it is just pre-season. Let's see how we get on now. Spurs will be a test in a way. I know it's at the GTEC, but Spurs have got new players in. It will not be as easy as I thought it could be to start with. They've got some new players in, as we know. Tonali, one for a start, and Fernandes. And they're not stopping there, of course. What may help is Spence looks like he's going. So he may just have Robertson, who I don't think is as good anymore as he used to be. I think maybe he's had his best days at Liverpool. Could be easier for us on that wing, on the left wing. So who knows? But it will be a tougher game. But this is amazing. Let's get this. Let's not forget this win. 7-0, incredible win. But we've got the big one coming. The big game's coming now. They'll be coming thick and fast. As soon as we've got the first Prem match out the way against Spurs, we've got Carabao Cup with Birmingham. So that's still another test anyway as well. And then, of course, Leeds away. So, and then more. We've got obviously more to come after that. So it'll be tougher. But I feel what I've seen of this so far, it looks like we could cope with it. I think we've got maybe a very good chance of possibly Europe this season and maybe a cup. Who knows? Carabao Cup, obviously, really. But it's looking good so far. I will temper that. I won't get too gassed after this 7-0, but it was just Frankfurt who weren't quite, I don't think they looked quite at it or something. But, hey, it's a win. It's a massive win. And what can we say? I'm happy with it, guys. I'm absolutely happy with this win. And, it's a really good finish. What can we ask? That's more than what we could ask. So, to get 7 goals and a great exercise and a match fitness and getting into a rhythm, getting used to playing with each other and combining. And it looked like we was doing that in this game. So let's hope it continues. I've got obviously we're doing the preview Monday for the Spurs game, and I've got Harry coming on, Spurs fan, So check that one out, guys. That'll be on Monday. I think it was around, was it 7:30? I think it was 7:30. Yeah, something like that. So check that out. Doing that preview. Obviously, more transfer ones coming up because I know we're not stopping here at the moment. I know we're getting more players. We've got another one in today for the B team, really. But let's get more in for this first team. If people still want to believe the Jew thing, I'm not so sure. I don't think it's real. I think it's been made up. Well, I mean, in fact, our club has said we're not after him. We moved on weeks ago. Due from West Ham, obviously. But there's keep articles saying that we're going to bid 40 odd mil on him, and actually they want 50 anyway. So I can't see it anyway. I'll only believe it once we get maybe here we go from Fab or something. That's the only way I believe that. Or it's on a website that we bought him. So I don't think that's going to happen. So there's so many articles saying it looks like we're going to bid, or we have bid. But I can believe our club. Our club's saying we're not. We don't want to know. We don't want to get him. Why would the club lie? Why would they lie? So, but we are obviously after other players. So we'll see what happens this week. Good to get one or two more in before the start of the season. Because obviously the window shuts on September the 1st, so we could get a few more after we start, obviously, the game. So it'll be interesting to see, guys. I mean, will we get them in? Will we get more players in? I think we will. I still think, as I say, we do need that extra left back. As well as Keane Lewis Potter done today and scored, it's tougher. Once we get into the Premier, there's still times I see you can get knocked off the ball easily, and all that. Not strong enough. Yes, he looked great today, because he scored a great goal actually as well. So, but he's not a proper left back for me. And if Rico Henry's out injured, you've got to have somebody else. It's all very well having Rico as main left back, but he will get injured, and it keeps happening. So for me, we need a proper left back. We really do. And I still think one more striker at least, one more attacker. I think that's more important as well. I know our attack looked decent again today, looked really good. Thing is, when Schade goes missing, you need somebody that extra, bit of threat. Yes, Callum Wilson's there, but we know he can provide off the bench, but not all the time. And then again, also Thiago. Yeah, he's been great so far. He's got 3 goals since coming back. But once he gets injured, that's going to be the test, isn't it? Who comes in? Is it Callum Wilson? But I would say I'll get somebody else, another proper striker, real backup for him. And obviously Ratawa's there as well. He's looking good. But, yeah, I still think we need proper backup there up front. So we'll see what happens, guys. It's a long way to go. A lot to go in the transfer window. We'll see what happens. Anyway, follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182. I'm also on Discord at Steve the B. Also subscribe to this channel, Mr. B, Hive Football Chat. please keep smashing those likes. Keep subbing, guys. It's much appreciated. Subbing, sharing, liking, whatever. Whatever you can do, guys. Please keep that happening, going, and it's great, guys. So I'm very, very pleased with that. Please keep it up. And now we move on to the Premier. The real business end. So let's get on to it. But this has been a great exercise for us, and 7-0 win at the end of it is brilliant. But the Premier is the more important thing now. Let's start as we mean to go on and get a great win or something. I mean, we should do it at GTEC, but you just never know. And Spurs could prove an obstacle, but let's see, guys. As I say, the review for that is Monday. Please tune in for that, guys, as well as all my other content. Other streams coming up. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Luca, who was obviously in the live chat. Thanks, people watching live on playback. And enjoy your weekend, guys, and try and check out my next one. And maybe one tomorrow. We'll see. Depends on what's happening. But if not, it'll be Monday. Everyone take care, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Until the next one. I'm out of here, guys. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, guys.